There's a lot of differences from the previous trilogy because this is a new prince. He has no connection with the previous prince. It's not the son, it's not the father, it's a new prince. It's a new adventure with a new story, a new background, a new everything. The connection is that it's a young acrobatic hero in a fantastic Persian world who's saving the world by collaborating with like a beautiful woman. I mean, that's the sort of brand DNA of Prince of Persia that we want to make sure we're staying true to. We're changing a lot of stuff. I mean, we got rid of the Sands of Time and we sort of replaced it with the Elika mechanism, the idea of having the support character who follows you through the world and brings you new abilities through her magic powers, saves you if you die, helps you find your way. I mean, that's sort of all of the best elements of the Sands of Time humanized and put into the form of a person who's not just interesting from a gameplay point of view, but also from a story point of view. We want people to feel like they're playing a painting when they play this game, playing an illustration. Our combat system is all new, our world structure is all new, our story is all new, our bosses are all new. So there's a lot of new stuff. Our idea is that Elika has what we call the save me mechanism. I mean, obviously she's magic, right? She's got these magical powers, one of which is, an astral projection / out of body type thing where she throws her soul, if you will, down to grab your hand before you're about to die and pulls you back up onto the previous stable platform, effectively making it a running checkpoint system. And some people are saying, oh, well, you can never die, so, that's removing some of the challenge, etc. In effect, game over screens, I mean, they're pretty archaic in the video game industry. It's not really a mechanism that you see in many games that much anymore. And you certainly don't see, do you want to continue anymore? I mean, I think we've evolved beyond that. What we're trying to do is take that idea of a running checkpoint, which you saw in games like God of War. I mean, you see that in a lot of other games, and really make sure that it's tightly integrated into the story, into the overall experience, in order to maximize the sense of immersion. And that's all we're trying to do with this Elika Save Me mechanism. An important point for us in the combat system is we don't want people memorizing combos. And we don't want that one combo that's the most powerful combo. You start off the game with access to all of your abilities, all of your acrobatic abilities and all of your combat abilities. But, of course, it's only as you evolve through the game that you're going to learn the right opportunities for all of these combat abilities and when to use them and when not to use them. There are 4 different moves mapped to the 4 face buttons of the game: sword, jump, glove, and Elika. And almost any combination of those buttons chained together will work. XXY is sword, sword, Elika. YYX is Elika, sword. And of course that, magnifies out into some of these longer 5, 10, and even 15 hit combination attacks. But you're not sitting there reading the manual trying to say, okay, what was exactly the sequence I had to press in order to do that long, spectacular move? They're going to chain together almost regardless of what sequence of buttons you press. It's not a linear game at all, but it's not a sandbox game either. I think in the past we've given the analogy of something like a world map, or like you're looking at a map of the U.S. and you remove all the small towns, but you keep the states and you keep the major cities, and then you connect all those major cities with highways. If you're looking at that from a bird's eye view, what you have is a network of interconnected nodes. That's how our world works. It's subdivided into a bunch of regions, each of which have a unique artistic direction, a unique enemy who's guarding it, a unique look and feel, a unique vibe. And those important sort of story points, if you will, are connected by these highways. So then you're let loose in this world and you have to heal all of it. You have to drive the corruption out of all of it. But how you do it is up to you. Do you start in the western part of the world and try and work your way right, or vice versa? Do you go up the middle and then try and work your way out to the sides, etc.? And of course the choices that you make have a real implication in terms of how the gameplay evolves and in terms of how the story unfolds. There are magical powers in the game. and those magical powers come from Elika. And you, the player, collect a currency in the game. Once you've healed the world, you collect the currency, and you trade that currency in for powers. And you decide what power you unlock. And depending on the power that you unlock, different parts of the world become available. Ultimately, you have to unlock all the powers, but only once you've unlocked all the powers do you have access to the whole world. Two-player co-op, honestly, I've said it before, but you couldn't find two players in the world who had enough of a mind meld that they could cooperatively online get the kind of acrobatic flow through the world that we want the Prince and Elika to have. You'd have them struggling over directions, struggling over camera, struggling over priorities. It just wouldn't work. It's not our interest. It's not our focus. This is a single-player game with obviously a single-player game focus. So no online. It's Prince of Persia. It's coming out this holiday season on the 360, the PS3, and the PC. I mean, I guess my closing remark would be, we're aiming for nothing more than re-establishing Prince of Persia as the benchmark action-adventure game. I mean, not just on any one single console, but across the industry. We think we have incredible combat. We think we have incredible acrobatics. You certainly can see we have incredible visuals, and we're ready to reclaim the throne.